This is going to be a powerful video. My name is Tom from weaponseducation.com, and we are going to talk about some gun facts. Now think about this during my intro. All of these anti-gun people who are blaming the gun for the violence in the United States of America, think of how hideous that is. Think about this in the back of your mind. What type of neighbor would you like, or neighborhood would you like to live in? Would you like to live in a neighborhood full of heroin addicts, meth addicts, continual felons, people who break the law on a regular basis and feed their habit by stealing from other people? They have no feelings towards other human lives. Remember, desperate people do desperate things. Psychopaths, who knows what they do? They don't even know what they're doing. To blame the gun is hideous. And we're going to talk about only facts in this video. There's going to be a lot of people watching this video over time who are anti-gun. And I'm talking to you also, you folks out there. Why don't you look at what's going on across the world with countries like our friends in the UK who did away with guns? How does their crime statistics look right now? How does DC look right now? The crime statistics. How does Chicago look? How does inner cities look? How does St. Louis look? How does Ferguson? How do these cities look right now? We're going to talk about gun facts in this video. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend. Spread this video. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And let's get on with it. My name is Tom, Weapons Education, and welcome to the channel. Now, I was talking about neighbors and neighborhoods that you would like to live in. I personally think that drugs, hardcore drugs, like heroin and meth and all this other type of stuff, and in South Florida they got something called flakka, that it's people, they're going crazy taking it, and then they will take a gun, they'll take a knife, they'll take a car, they'll plow over people, they'll do stuff they don't even know what their mind's doing. I think drugs is the root to the real true evil in the bad people in America. So what type of neighbor would you like? Someone maybe like myself or like you, who's done some proper training and you've got your gun, you like to go shooting, you teach your family how to protect themselves. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. It's a right. It's part of the Constitution of the United States of America. Let me go through my list. My personal type of neighbor that I would like, or neighborhood that I want to live in, is with someone who's carrying within their home a gun, AR type of SIG 5.56, who's well trained with it. They know what it's all about. They're non-felons. They're good people. They got a semi-automatic. This happens to be an HK. They're good people. This is the type of person that I want my neighbor to be. I don't want my neighbor to be someone who's into drugs. Now, with that said, let's get into my top 10 gun facts. First of all, number 10, counting down to number 1. And you throw in your stuff because I know I'm going to miss a bunch of stuff. Does the government want our guns? Yes or no? The United States government, do they want to just do away with the Second Amendment and take our guns, like what happened in the United Kingdom? Well, I have to get a little political here, and I'm sorry if you're a liberal and if you're a Democrat, but there's no little secret that the Democrats and the liberals want to take our guns away. That's been proven, and if it hasn't been proven more in the last 6, 7 years with our current administration, well then I'm not sure where you're getting your information from. Because the liberals, the Hillary Clintons, they want to take our guns away. There's no secret. The Bloombergs, the Feinsteins, they want to take our guns away. So a fact, yes, there is a division of our government that want to take our guns away. Will it ever really happen? Well, only time will tell. I doubt it, because there are too many Americans like ourselves who will stand up and fight. But we're going to get into something here in a moment that I think will surprise you. All right, so fact one, does the government want to take our guns away? Yes. Here's another one. Where are most homicides, where are they done? Are they homicides done on South Beach, where I'm from, in South Florida, right on the ocean? No. Are they done here in Boca Raton, beautiful Boca, or nice areas and around the country in Aspen, Colorado, or something? No. They're done in inner cities. We know what's going on. We got these gangs fighting each other. I mean, let's face it. Look at Chicago. Strictest gun laws that can possibly be, highest crime rates. It's like, hello McFly, like from the movie Back to the Future. It's hideous that cities like Chicago, Baltimore, St. Louis, D.C., where they've had, and Baltimore and St. Louis, for instance, they've had uprisings of people rioting, burning their own cities down. I don't get that. Maybe there's a little bit of a problem with the mentality of some people in these inner cities. Maybe that's a problem. That's not the gun. So most homicides are done in inner cities of gangs fighting over their turf. Right here in West Palm Beach, beautiful West Palm, Mr. Donald Trump happens to live about 15 minutes north of here. And within 10 minutes of where he lives, when he's in South Florida, at Mar-a-Lago, which I've had lunch there many times, a beautiful resort. I kind of like Donald Trump, by the way. And Mr. Trump, 15 minutes away from you, sir, beautiful place you live, right on the ocean, 15 minutes away from the ocean, there happens to be an area where, with a 4-block radius, 4 square blocks, there's been 23 shootings in the last 30 days. 9 murders. They're all fighting over the corners, the street corners. The drug addicts. They even will fight over girlfriends. They'll just go kill someone if someone thinks they cheated on their girlfriend. What I'm saying is, gun fact here, number 9, counting down from 10 to 1, is that bad cities, inner cities, commit most of the homicides. How to stop this? Law enforcement needs to step it up a little bit and focus more on the shooters, meaning they might shoot 10, 12 different times, not kill someone, but the detectives are overwhelmed with all the shootings. So law enforcement only focuses in on murders. So if they focus more in on the actual shootings and stop that shooter from shooting again in the future, and stop these gangs and stop the drugs, then everything would be off the guns. I mean, how scary is this? Ooh, that's scary. Well, what's the difference? It's a gun, and this is a gun. And a car can plow through a bunch of people. Here's another one for you. Do you realize that most Americans do not carry a gun? It's a fact. Most Americans do not carry a gun. That's appalling to me. and they do not even know what the Constitution of the United States is. Like, if you ask someone, how many senators are there in the United States? I'm asking you right now, do you know? It's 100. There's 2 per state. No one knows this stuff. No one knows their amendments, the First Amendment, Second Amendment. They don't know the Second Amendment. They don't know, that doesn't click with them. So most Americans do not carry guns, and imagine if they all did. The good, law-abiding, good quality people, channels like mine and others should have millions of subscribers, of positive people wanting to carry a gun to protect your family, not to go out and hurt people, obviously, just in case something happens. It's like wearing a seatbelt. It's like having a fire extinguisher in your home. You know, it's like having a jack in case you get a flat tire. You have a gun in case someone tries to kill or murder or rape your girls. So, fact is, most Americans don't carry guns. And is that part of the problem? I wish more Americans, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I wish more Americans did carry guns. All right. We're trying to keep guns out of bad people's hands, and I'm telling you this as a quality, I would like to think myself as a quality gun owner. When you leave, this is me talking to us good guys, and when you leave your gun in your car and your car is unattended, make sure that if your car gets broken into, no one's going to steal that gun. Because a lot of guns are getting in bad people's hands because some of us good guys unintentionally don't realize our car is going to get broken into and the guns are going to get stolen. So if you leave a gun in your car is unattended, make sure it's locked in there pretty good so they can't just, smash and grab and get your gun. We don't want our guns in bad people's hands. We understand. We don't want bad people to have guns. Now, here's another one for you. Do people overreact to mass shootings? Yeah, fact. Yes. Why? I mean, this disgusts me. When I see on the news a mass shooting because some psychopath, like I said earlier, who maybe had too much drugs or maybe got in a fight with his wife or whatever all his psychopathic reasons are to go kill people, all of a sudden the politicians, I'm sorry to, if you're a liberal, if you're a Democrat, don't be upset with me, but fact is, the liberals and Democrats immediately jump on board before the bodies are even buried and say, you know what, we need more gun control. We need more strict laws. There's already laws against shooting people and hurting people. Mass shootings is against the law. New laws is not the answer. The answer is what I said earlier, and what I've done a specific video on with the ATF agent, John, is to go after a shooter and take that crime as serious as if it was a murder. So if there's a shooting, you send in the whole SWAT team squad and as many investigators as possible to find out who that shooter was before he goes and kills someone. And get rid of these gangs. Instead of putting all this money towards other countries, billions and billions and billions of dollars towards countries that some of us and some of you don't even know the names of these countries. We're sending billions of dollars to these countries. Why don't we put it towards our own inner cities and where the true problems are, clean up the drugs, give these people some worth in their life, make them feel good about themselves, and you're going to stop seeing all this gun violence or violence with guns is really what it is. I want to reiterate what I just said. I want to see the next United States president to pour more money into cleaning up the inner cities and these people who are desperate. Desperate people do desperate things. I want to see the government pour more money instead of other countries into our country. Because people are hungry and they can't feed their family, they're going to steal. And when they steal, they usually use a handgun. And when they get scared, they shoot. And there's another shooting, and there's another shooting, and there's another shooting. Because desperate people do desperate things. Psychopaths do psychopathic things. That's tough to solve. That's like trying to keep drugs out of drug addicts' hands. We have our problems in America. Let's put our money towards those problems. Not towards other countries right now. I know we're like the good Samaritans of the world, but we have our own country to care about. Gun-free zones. I did a video on Chuck E. Cheese, a place where people bring children. It's a big chain. It's a multi-zillion-dollar chain. It's a big chain of places where on each given day there's 10,000 children. And boy, did I catch a lot of heat from that, from the liberals and from the anti-gun politicians saying, oh, you want to bring guns and nail children? No, I don't want to bring guns and nail children. Of course, I want everyone to just legally carry a gun to protect my family. You know, at Chuck E. Cheese, this is a fact, a gun-free zone, we're going to focus more on this right now. Chuck E. Cheese recently, just Googled it, Chuck E. Cheese did not let law enforcement into their establishment. A law enforcement officer, fully uniformed, goes into Chuck E. Cheese a few months ago. Nope, you can't come in our place because you got a gun. It's a cop with a uniform. That's how strict these no gun-free zones are. They're so serious about these silly signs. They later apologized, but I'm getting at gun-free zones. Gun-free zones is a place where criminals go because they think people are going to actually believe that sign, and they do. Remember what I said, most people don't even carry guns, and the ones that do, if they see a sign, they might like, maybe I won't even go in there with my gun. And that's where the bad guys go to commit these psychopathic crimes. Fact, gun-free zones is a place where people go to kill people because no one's going to shoot back at them. Fact, females need to be armed as much as men. Enough said. Girls, please get armed. Get trained. Training's my next one. Fact, training is huge. Training, it's one thing to get your license and conceal a gun. Congratulations, depending on your state and your laws. You need to understand that you need to be trained. Because it's one thing to have your gun, and it's another thing to be in a 7-Eleven and someone walks in, or 3 or 4 thugs walk in with ski masks, and you don't know what to do. You're like, which gun was I carrying? And you freak out. You need to be trained. Me? 1 second, you're down. I see a gun, you're down if I license danger. Because I've been trained. We don't want to be trained killers or nothing. We're trained servants to our family and to society. Society should want more people like us. Training's huge. People, please get trained. Training and carrying a gun goes hand in hand. Another fact, if you are not a member of the NRA, I'm going to put my link below. I'm asking you to please join via my link. It's normally $35. It's only $25 through my link. You normally get a goodie, a hat or a duffel bag or something. But we need the numbers because let's face it, without the NRA, this would have been over a long time ago. Gun channels would have been over. Imagine, so you got to understand, federal law, which we don't have right now, a federal law stating that no one can own guns. Imagine if that happened. It could happen. The government does, a portion of our government does want our guns. And the NRA, they're our leaders. I've interviewed Wayne LaPierre multiple times. I'm asking you to please join the NRA, and I'm asking you to throw in your comments about gun facts that affect America right now. We want to protect our gun rights, and we have a very important election coming up. We'll be talking about that. My name is Tom. Please subscribe. And thank you for tuning in. Checking out.